occasionally they're nice enough to stop and shoot at you, which is good. And that's the problem with having low agility. Something as simple as a little arrow hitting you can cause you to falter. Whoops, that's not a heal spell. Haha. So anyway, this is the hotkey system. You just hover over whatever you want hotkeyed and you press 1 to 8. I'm just gonna have that set up so I can switch between the spells quite easily. Now, the only forthcoming problem I can see with this character is I'm going to need to level intellect. Which is a pain, to say the least, because both my spells are based off wisdom, and thus will give wisdom points as opposed to intelligence points. The reason I want intelligence is so I can have more magicka. Or magic, I'm not sure what they call it in this game. You want more magic so you can cast more powerful spells. Because it's based off your base magicka, it's not based off your level, really. Oh, I can't chop while I'm in the air. Unfortunately, that was an incredibly short dungeon, so I'm going to have to leave. I wonder if I run faster when I'm naked. Typically, as a guy, I can say if I'm naked. It hurts down there when I'm running naked. Yeah, that seems faster. Yes, naked adventuring orcs. We love them. They're so profound. So I'm just gonna stay naked for a little while because later on in the heavy armor skill it stops slowing me down, but for now I'm just a truck with a sword, essentially. I like that word, truck, describing something that hits hard. Yeah, that was a rather short dungeon. I'll put my armor back on just in case there's bandits. You can't change armor in combat. You can change your weapon as per normal role-playing games. I'm in combat for some reason. That music always indicates combat. You're always in combat when that's going off at you. I'm gonna move a bit forward. After I do a dungeon, I don't like to chain dungeons too much. So, I'm gonna move a bit forward. That way, we get some distance to the next town, because it's gonna take a little while to train. Fanas Kazikor. Elves. They're so whimsical with their naming. And hard to pronounce. Important thing about alchemy, you want to pick what you can find. Yes, sacred lotuses. Another damaging poison. Very useful. A shrine. And now, shrines are nice. You need fame to use them, but what they'll do is if you have enough fame, the god of the shrine will bestow a blessing upon you. Or just something else. I'm pretty sure it's a shrine. Blessings are nice. There are long bonuses. Yes, I need more fame. Now, I think the gods get a little antsy when you have infamy. They don't like it. See that statue on the little compass down at the bottom? Now, that is a demon shrine. Now, the demons in this game aren't necessarily all evil, they're just a little nuts. They're sort of demigods. A la Dungeons and Dragons. So appeasing them, they give you stuff. They have a small group of worshippers. Some of them are quite funny. But the main antagonist of this game is an evil demon. He's like, rah rah rah, I want to kill everyone. There's a couple of fun ones though. There's the sleazy one, the ugly one, the beautiful one. There's also the insane one that wants you to get a bit of lettuce to appease him. I'm not sure who this is. I'll have a chat to the people around here.
You approach the shrine of Clavicus Vile. You should not be here. Here we worship Lord. There are many deals to be made, even with a god. You could find great wealth, or painful death. If you wish to bargain with Clavicus Vile, approach with an offer.
That's a fairly easy offering, to be honest. A lot of them ask for that stuff. Now, you can kind of tell what kind of god they are before you get there, just by looking at the people. You look for one thing they all have in common, and that'll give you an idea. The Nutter God, I think most of them are half naked but wearing hats. Some aren't wearing hats, some are wearing clothing, but they're not wearing any pants. It's all a bit insane. An Imperial Guard.
What is it, citizen?
It's actually, they're not human, they're Pokemon. They're Steel Psychic types. The reason I'm saying Steel Psychic is because apparently they have the uncanny ability to sense crime from a long way away. I've heard stories of people picking locks into basements, and then in the basement there'd be a guard there. I find that slightly creepy. I'm sure we'll have our fits with them later, particularly since I feel like invading towns. We have mages. Mages are nice and squishy. But the annoying thing is they constantly summon little Daedra. Oh yeah, they're not demons, they're Daedra. That's what they're called. Daedra, particularly those little imp things, very annoying. They just shoot fireballs at you. They don't really hurt too much. And sometimes they have a lot of health. Here we have the mage. Mages tend to like to walk backwards, shooting spells at you. Oh god, he hurts. Oh do I? And they have healing spells too. They're very... Oh dear. I think I have bitten off more than I can chew. Potions! Whew. Sorry about that, viewers. I think Francisco's probably just made mages stronger. Good times, good times. Well, the NPC mages anyway. I always have trouble making mages in this game. Because when you roll a mage on this game, you need to have a large variety of spells, and not just damaging ones. You need all sorts of protections. And I personally have trouble managing all of them. Even though I like the concept of a mage, I just can't be bothered managing. So this will just be a pit of mages in here. I'm going to save now, because this is going to result in me running away. I'm going to end the video now, because I have to go mainly, but also because we're about to enter what I think will be a large dungeon full of mages. And mages are scary at early levels, particularly when they're higher level than you. When you make a mage at low levels, they're not so scary. NPC mages are way more scary. I'll just finish whoever's decided to attack me. It's just a demon. Daemon. Daedra. Whatever it is. Ah! Fireballs! Ah! They're everywhere! I'll cut this one down. Notice the sheer amount of health this bloody thing has. It wants to die. Die, die, die. Try to use the terrain to your advantage in this game. Hide behind things if they're attacking you from range. So I'm just gonna chug a quick respite potion. Hom nom nom, look at that go. Let's finish this one off. Haha, he's setting his ally on fire. Foolish Daedra. Normally when you see your opponents get knocked by that, that's a good time to do something like a power attack. I'm gonna use this one to cock block. My fatigue is way too low at this stage of the game. I need to level up my heavy armor skill. It really, really hurts the fatigue at early levels, but I think having a high strength, heavy armor character late game pays off. Your fatigue comes back quite nicely. Also note this game is really pretty. I mean, I'm in the middle of combat and I'm just looking around. I'm like, trees. So these guys, typically they drop their skin. You can find scamp skin. Let's see if I can trick him. I don't think you can. I think they know you. Die! Horrible thing. Ugly thing. Aha! That was our first bunch of stunted scamps. Also notice I've just achieved a level. The way you achieve levels in this game is your major skills eventually level up enough that you gain a level. Now, assuming I'm not going to get stabbed in my sleep, I'm gonna rest here, save up, then call it quits after